Morning. Thanks for joining me on this cold, misty January. The sun is trying to poke through, but I think it's probably going to struggle quite a bit. It's supposed to have brightened up already. Mist seems to have stuck in. So I'm just up Cannock Chase, which is around my local area. I'm about half an hour away from. There's green woodpecker, Stonechats I seen just last week up here. Blue tits, gold tits, great tits, nuthatches, ravens last week as well, grey wagtail down in the valley, Sherbrook Valley. So come along with me, see what we can find. I'll let you know what gear I've got, what I'm using, and yeah, enjoy the ride, see what we see. Seen a raven in the background, just can hear it. Yeah, you can hear it up there, look. A couple of them communicating. So it's a bit misty to spot any of them because they're sitting at the tops of the birch trees at the moment. So we're going to head down the valley, and there's a good group of Stonechats. You can see it's perfect for Stonechats. It's like heathland with little birches poking up intermittently, so they can just sit on top, and you know what they're like, these little bits of heather. You've seen plenty of photos of that, ain't you? So I'm using the Osmo Pocket 2. 3's a bit on the expensive side. I'll see how I get on with this and maybe upgrade later on. Using the Nikon Z6ii with a 200 to 500 f6 5.6 lens. So yeah, see how we get on. So I've only had it for about a month really, so I've had a few goes with it, a bit of knocking about with it, and see how we get on. Yeah, so as I say, I'm filming on the Osmo Pocket 2, but it's on a fishing bank stick, so any action happens while I happen to be videoing, it's possible that I'll be sticking you in the ground, and you'll have to just watch me getting the photos, and I'll show you the footage afterwards, I guess, if there is anything worth showing you. Let me flip the camera. So we're kind of at the bottom of the valley now, Sherbrook Valley, so you can see the light's still trying to get through. It's very misty still. It's kind of enough now that I could probably sit somewhere. See, I don't know if you can see any of the action going on, but there is, over there is a Stonechat sitting. Hang on, look there on the right as well. Yes, it's perfect ground for Stonechat really. It's like, normally in the summer this would all be full of fern to a good height as well. But they're not, to see when they, right, I'm going to have to, oh, I don't know what that is actually. That's a bit too brown, and oh, there you go, look. Ah, reed buntings. Yeah. Right, I'm going to see if I can have a pop. I'll stick you in. Oh yeah. What I have to do for now. Yeah, it's missed pretty bad, to be honest. It's sitting on the branch, lovely there, but it's just probably about 60 feet away. Not too far. nose is freezing. So, quite lucky there, really. Had a little female. Let me get real close. I thought I'd lost the Osmo then for a minute. Yeah. Let me get to probably about 25 feet, 20 feet. Yeah, 20 feet I'd say. So, and then she moved on to a lovely bit of fern. So she knows the right perches. My photos. So yeah, cracking, absolutely cracking. Chuffed to bits. I'm going to carry on. I'd love to get a male in the same position. You can tell I'm a noob at this. I keep having to go bloody miles to kind of follow them because they're comfortable with you, but they just don't. They're not. They naturally just move from like a little tip to tip, go down for a bit of seed or insects. Oh God, I am unfit. So apologies for keep leaving you in no man's land. Still some reed buntings. There is a group of them, and they are a lot bigger, obviously, than the Stonechats. You see the blue sky now in the background trying to come out. Fog has dropped considerably, I would say. Don't know if it's because I'm at the bottom here, whether that would make it better or worse. Really, it seems to be. Flip the old camera. It seems to be worse at the top of the hills there. Look, down here you can see a lot further. You can hear them calling now. Look, can't see any. On the floor probably. I think there's a bit of rustling going down there. Right. So I've just put a bit of seed down. I reckon these reed buntings, they seem to be spending most of the time on the bottom of the grass in this long stuff, so put a bit of seed down by the path and then by the area where I've just seen them fly off to a little birch from, and just see if they start taking the food, and then I might target the Stonechats while I'm trying to get the reed buntings to go for the seed. That way I'm out of the way, so they'll probably go for the seed, and I can just still get some pictures of the male Stonechats. Tell you what, these reed buntings, bloody nightmare, absolute nightmare. This is the kind of grass they're in. If you look behind, look at that. It's just, you almost need to be shooting them from above. You have to see them. Otherwise you've got little alleys of channels where you could maybe get a shot, but it's just luck of the draw really, to be honest. I mean, if you look down there, it's absolutely, look how dark that is down there. Sun's trying its hardest through here, but it's just, I had to go out looking for some red starts and grey wagtails down by the river in the little valley there, but the reed buntings have been knocking about in here, and Just see, look, the lower you go, the more impossible it is really. Almost need to be on at the top. Excuse me guys, I'm just taking some pictures of a reed bunting that has shown itself. See if I can. It's focusing the nightmare as well. There's grass in the way all the time. I mean, he's got pretty comfortable with me there, so. Whew. Sorry guys, I mean, whew, I had to interrupt there, sorry. Just as I was saying, so hard to take pictures of them, yet one come up towards longer end of a shoot, and in the clears I was able to get a little shot. So see what you think. I don't know what we've got, so. So I've just come down to the little stream area. So obviously you can see it's quite dense down here. The kind of fog's come back in really, so it's making it very difficult to take decent images, but I mean the river's pretty good for like letting wildlife back into your kind of area. Like if you just sit here, eventually something will pop up because it needs a drink. So it's just at the moment it's a little too dark in here. The video probably makes it look a bit brighter than what it is, but there's a lot of walkers about now as well. So it's quite difficult. This stuff keeps shifting on a little bit. So I'm probably going to give it a miss down here by the river. It's not too much, it's not like dipper country or anything like that. It's purely grey wagtails or ravens come down for a drink, and tree creepers like sitting on the trees down here. Other than that, I mean, it's not actually much action down here today. I mean, if there was a grey wagtail pinging it up and down here, then, you know, happy days. I'd have been probably, you know, giving that a gentle follow up the river and get low down and try and get some nice snaps, but it's not about today. Whew, right, what I've been trying to do, the female's been a lot more obliging than the male. Obviously she's still pretty anyway, so it's just a nice experience just to see them up close. The males lets you get close, but just not quite as close. and the light's pretty good now. It's pretty sunny, but it's been diffused by the mist a little bit, so it doesn't make it too harsh on the birds. But what I'm trying to do, which for so many years I didn't do, hang on, you know how it is. As I was saying, you know how it is. So many years I tried to just take pictures of birds, just didn't really, I don't know, just didn't think about the composure of the shot, how I was composing how I wanted it to look. I was just almost just trying to picture a bird that I saw. But the way I like to do it now is by actually making sure I'm at least, at minimum really, the bird's height. Certain shots will look better from above. Say if you're on a cliff line or something like that and you've got the ocean in the background or rocks or whatever it is, you might have some features. Doing seabirds on nests or something, 9 times out of 10 it's probably downhill shot isn't going to be actually too bad. But some shots that we hate obviously are up in the trees. Nobody likes that one with the overexposed sky in the background. So I'm really just trying to get to the bird's level and try and use some lower background, not sky, just lower background with some feature to try and really just make the shot better, give it some depth of field, get a bit of bokeh if you can, because you're not going to get any bokeh if you can't, if you've got just sky behind, especially if it's a white cloud. So, or even if it's blue sky or whatever it is, you're not going to get any. You need features behind, and they need to be far enough away as well. And I find my level of photos are a lot better than what they used to be. So there's a lot of missed opportunities back through the years really, where I could have been shooting photos that are a lot better. But hey ho, you live and you learn. This is what this hobby's about. So you just gotta, well, there's a lot of material on YouTube to find out what, you know, some good tips with your gear and at your level of photography as well. So there's plenty out there, you just got to take the tips, and it seems so obvious, that one really. Get to the right perspective, I think is the right word maybe, and low to the ground or level with the bird, especially if you're low to the ground. If you're low to the ground at the same level as a bird, it just does so much more for the image. Then you got to put the bird in the right spot in the image as well, depending on what's around it, what features and things, and even what it's sitting on. I think that's me done for the day. So it's been a decent day. There's been some stuff around. The mist's been a bit of a challenge. The people, the bikers, just everything really has been a bit of a challenge. But that's what it is, isn't it? Every day, that's what we do it. That's why we try, and every weekend I try and come out at least one day if the weather's decent. And you should come out even if it's not. And just give it a bash, see what you can do, see what you can find. I feel like I've got some real good images today, especially of the Stonechats. So they're always here. So it's a nice one to just keep going back for, isn't it? Yeah. So see how we go. I'm going to try and make videos as frequent as I can, just for me going out and about. I mean, we've got some trips later on in the year. Skomer Island, I think we're trying to go to. The Cairngorms in May, which would be nice. Hopefully I get some shots there. Red squirrels, crested tits, and ospreys would be nice as well. But we'll see. I'm going to carry on filming these Stonechats for the next 10 minutes and then I'm going to shoot off. Right, take care. See you in the next one.